everybody, and welcome to Penelope Possum channel for real this time. It's me, your hostess, Penelope the Possum. Today, we're just gonna watch some funny videos, and that'll be it for tonight. I'll probably end up doing something more fun like Pal World or Minecraft on a Thursday, but I worked today, so I don't exactly have boundless energy to do stuff. So let's get started, shall we?
Korea.
Oh.
Thailand.
The person who made these videos is Conservative Vibes. So yeah.
Brazil.
The butt scoot.
America.
Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
Rod, who do we have next?
Bob, it's Joey Badon. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Come on, Sleepy Joe, Badon.
Hello, are you there?
These cinnamon rolls were not made with love. We could see that.
I'm just got out of the Army. I served 11 years.
Thank you for your service.
And I just came for a little motivation. You guys wake up every day.
Hi there.
You get to take a deep breath. You get to go get a coffee. You get to go eat
Hello.
breakfast. You guys don't have to worry about anything. And I want to let you guys know.
I'll be honest, I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Freedom is not
leave
free,
the
so
video
enjoy what
playing,
you're
but I
given,
need
okay?
something
Honestly.
for my throat.
It's a privilege to be here. Enjoy it. Don't complain, guys. Don't complain, because I'm telling you right now, there's soldiers, there's Marines, there's Coast Guards, there's Guardians, Airmen. They're all waking up at the crack of dawn to provide for you guys. I lost a brother of mine in 2017, October 4th. Sergeant LaDavid T. Johnson, killed in Niger, Africa. People are giving their lives on the line for all of you, okay? Be appreciative, okay? That's all I
Thank
gotta
you.
say.
God bless you, man. Want a hat? Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. Isn't that great? Give it up for him one more time. Thank you.
When my wife asked for help around the house.
Guys, I need help around the house. I can't do it all by myself. That's not how the dishes go in there. Just give me the sponge. That's not how you wipe the counters. This is not how the pillows go on the couch.
The hack is if you do it incorrectly enough times, she's not going to ask you to help anymore. Don't get too good at it, fellas. You're going to be doing it all the time.
Funny how women stress about work when they're the ones who wanted to work in the first place, and they wouldn't actually have stress about work if they would have just listened to men and stayed home in the first place.
I'm going to disagree with her. I think women can just be stressed about anything. Case in point, my wife is a school teacher. She gets summers off. No work in the summertime. And she still finds things to get stressed out about.
Sorry, I was
That beat's dirty.
heating up some water for
Straight
my tea.
trash. When you had a rough day, you don't smoke. Honey, what are you doing? I'm going to go outside and get chicken fried. I'm about to go get Kentucky fried, honey. Takes the edge off.
So just to get this straight, currently the party of the left is pro-
Also, personally, I feel like smoke breaks shouldn't be called smoke breaks. You shouldn't be... And this is not even like... I feel like you shouldn't be given breaks to do something unhealthy. You're good. You're done with Christmas? Alright. Hon, could you get, yeah, never mind. I'll go get it. I just realized explaining where everything was would be harder than me going to get it. Just having to pick up Christmas dinner stuff in a bit of time. Alright. We've got stuff to pick up for
lady
Christmas
boys
dinner
and
as
women's
well.
bathrooms. Pro defunding the police. Pro keeping drug criminals on drug boats alive. Pro allowing illegal immigrants to stay in this country untouched. Pro violence against ICE. Pro refusing any order deemed unfair by your commander-in-chief. Pro criminals roaming free because jails are mean and cops are bad. Pro following the law unless you're a friend of the left, and then you can break the law. Again, I referenced James Comey, Letitia James, Congresswoman McCormick. Just came out that she stole $5 million of FEMA payments for her congressional run. Great stuff, McCormick. Pro violent protests that destroy property and injure citizens, all in the name of democracy.
Honestly, yeah.
The left is also pro socialism, which is just only ever left destruction in its wake. I mean, did I miss anything there?
I don't think so.
Pro pain.
Pro murdering children.
This is what every single authoritarian Orwellian book has ever warned against.
Oh, so this is a real product. I thought it was a meme. Timu
You have a whole ass dog on your ass.
When you want to smell the swass. Oh, we got a human-sized version. You know he's a freak.
Hey, bro. It's my girl. Yeah, it's what I thought.
Welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What's it like being a Muslim here in the United States?
I'm not speaking English, only one Somali language.
What does it mean to you to be a part of Islam?
I don't know, I'm not speaking English very well.
How are you? Do any of you speak English? English? No. Can women speak to on camera? No.
I don't think so. It's because the religion.
I kept going because I wanted to speak with some more of the elders here to see if they could share their story about coming here from Somalia and how they've seen the rise firsthand.
That was disturbing, yeah.
I lived in West Africa. I learned Portuguese. I learned Creole. I was only there for 2 years. You want to live here? You want to raise your children here? You want to build a life here? And the only English that you have learned is to tell people that you don't speak English.
We both earned it, but
Right.
you got the job, and I didn't, and I had to do all this myself. And that's because of
I
our
think
skin color.
For hundreds of years, loads of very talented black people didn't get the job.
Yeah, and that was wrong, and this is wrong.
White men have been must-haves for hundreds of years. So you guys have benefited from being the must-haves, and you haven't had to be very good. You
Yeah,
haven't
but
necessarily had
so
to be very good at your job.
I think you're absolutely right, except I would say that's not me.
I'm not saying you directly. I'm saying the must-haves over for hundreds of
Oh
years
my
have been
God.
white men.
Sure, but if we overcorrect for things that have happened for hundreds of years, how can we possibly get that right? All we can really say is today, since we've been alive, we're around the same age. What's going on now? Because I'm not benefiting.
But you say that from a place of privilege.
What?
Because
For anyone that says that there's white privilege in the modern day, today, right now, I challenge you to go to a trailer park in the Midwest and tell us how privileged we really are. Miss me with that white privilege stuff, man.
My black ghetto fatigue has reached new heights because now it's at full-blown black exhaustion. Yeah, I said it. Remember that girl
Honestly.
that lost her life in the freeze?
Honestly, he said it.
Unfortunate. Well, her mother got paid. I'm just going to share you the story.
8 years ago, Kanika Jenkins died in a dark, damp freezer. At the time, all of Chicago was helping her family uncover the cause of death and find the killer. But Kanika's mother refused. She turned away all offers of help, refused an investigation into her daughter's death, signed a confidentiality agreement,
Girl
and
was
received
sloshed.
$3.7 million in compensation.
Man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that
Bring
is
her
a lot
daughter
of money.
back, but it'll definitely ease the pain, right? I hope you took your gummies because you about to get exhausted.
Over the years, her life visibly improved. She wore designer clothes, carried luxury handbags, and drove cars she could never afford before.
But why? Is that easing your pain?
No.
Yeah, that Lamborghini really eased her out of that grief.
Yet now she's stepping forward, demanding justice again.
I think she's out of money. I think that's what's really happening here.
Why? Because she squandered every last
Yeah.
cent of that.
I know, it's
3.7
recursive reactions, but it happens. Could you come get my tea bags real quick, please?
You want me to teabag you?
Ha ha ha, very funny. Look at Boots.
$million.
Boots is so evil.
$3.7 million gone. I'm probably gonna get hell for this, but that has N-word written all over it. Even black
I'm
folks
not
gonna be
saying
mad at this.
anything. He's
No,
saying
no,
it
no,
all.
no. Bad parenting.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I'm chalking that up to bad parenting. She raised that child terribly because this whole thing could have been prevented, in my opinion. Hey, what's your thoughts?
Charlie Kirk said that our community, the black community, was doing better before desegregation happened in America. We were doing better than in the 1940s and the 1950s culturally than we are doing today. And I think that what many people heard is that we should have never had civil rights, or we should have never been desegregated. And that's not what he was saying.
Yeah.
He was saying if our community, the black community, was on our way to a black renaissance, that we were known for, I actually Googled it so that I could
That's the black
read this
mentality
for
in
you.
most cases.
Despite
Unfortunately,
legal
yes.
discrimination,
It's
the
very
black
much the
community was
perpetual,
known in the 1940s
oh,
and
I'm
50s
the one who's
before
wrong. I'm the one
desegregation, for
who's
strong
had it worse
families,
because
high marriage
hundreds
rates,
and hundreds
tight-knit
of years ago,
neighborhoods,
people
deep
like
faith,
me were
strong social codes,
sold.
manners, dress, and dignity, not as assimilation, but as a form of pride.
They're really still trying to get reparations out there.
The government, no matter who is in power, has an obligation to right these wrongs, to provide reparations for descendants of enslaved Africans to eliminate the racial wealth gap.
Oh, you want free something you never experienced. You want reparations. 642,000 Union soldiers fought and died to end slavery. Their sacrifice is the ultimate restitution.
Yeah,
Was it Don
people
Lemon? Who's the
died.
black guy that looked up his genealogy and found out that he was a descendant from slave owners.
Oh yeah, that's the other funny thing. That's the real funny thing a lot of people don't remember. Black people weren't just sold as slaves. Africans were not just sold as slaves. A lot of more wealthy Africans owned slaves. Like, I'm not being racist. People all around the world for thousands of years have bought and sold people they've seen as less than them. That means white people, Asian people, African people, Irish people. Historically, like back in the really olden days, Jewish people. How many of these people do you see asking for reparations? Your family was out in the fields picking cotton with them so they can kiss your ass. Honestly, facts. That's the other thing a lot of people seem to forget is, well, sometimes white people were out in the fields picking cotton too. Again, it's just really a case of it's happened to every single kind of person on Earth since the invention of commerce. Like, ever since there was an idea for commerce and trading goods and services for money, people that were considered below in station would be sold. Now, being poor isn't just a black problem, and as far as written history, Egyptians were the originals. They were the first that we know of for sure that owned slaves, and they owned Jewish slaves, as far as I remember, or Hebrew slaves at the very least. Yes, being poor is everybody who is poor's problem. But there is a significant gap and difference between someone like me being poor and someone like them being poor. Like, there's a very big culture and, like, ideal difference. Jewish? Okay. I didn't know if it was specifically Jewish or, like, if it was, like, Hebrew. But thank you for the clarification. Yeah, it's wild. People truly and honestly think they're owed the entire world when, in all honesty, sounds like a belt slipping. Yeah, that sounds like a slipping belt. Or
the
a
only
belt, like...
reliable way, man. The worst is when you actually take it into a mechanic and they cannot find the sound. They cannot recreate the problem. Then as soon as you leave, it starts happening again.
People are mad at Target for tricky.
Oh my god. That actually happens a lot. Okay, funny, funny, weird coincidence. That happens with people. Like, legit, sometimes you'll get so sick, so bad that you're like, they're being poor is because white people had slaves hundreds of years ago. Yeah, sure. And there's just, like, a big difference in, like, priorities when they have less money. Like, but we're off that topic now. We're on to a different topic. We're on the topic of how sometimes when you try to go to a professional for an issue, that issue just magically goes away and doesn't come back until you leave the office of the professional. Like, have you ever gone to the doctor because you were really badly sick with something? Like, you were throwing up, you just couldn't keep anything down for days, alright? And you go to the doctor, your Jeep is in the shop now. Oh no, that's awful.
Who's in the shop?
My dad's Jeep is in the shop.
And yet he still learns nothing.
Oh, hush. But yeah, you ever gone to the doctor because you felt sick? You hope they can find the problem? I hope so too. But you ever gone to the doctor for an issue and then as soon as you go into the doctor's office after you got the frickin', you know, the appointment and everything, you went through the whole rigmarole and you were still feeling sick until you get into the office. As soon as you sit down in the office waiting for your turn, you start magically feeling better. Have you ever done that? I've heard some people have had that happen. Just empty every pocket. Yeah. Empty every pocket trying to fix the Jeep. It really does feel like that. You heard that explode? Yeah, they heard you.
I meant for them to hear me.
He meant for you to hear him.
Yet again for Black Friday. These people
haven't
stayed
had
in
any
line
problems
all
up to
morning
this
till
point. That
6
is
a.m.
fair.
waiting for a swag bag that would be filled with goodies. I'm not sure what they were expecting.
That
but
is
people
fair.
were
The Jeep
very
hasn't
unhappy
had
with Target
problems
after
in
this.
like a
The
year and a
entire
half,
crew
actually.
hyped up the line, gave them out hot chocolates like they were about to get something special.
Okay, so you already get free hot chocolate.
Handed out tickets. Now, it
Just
was
don't
only
get a
supposed
Ford
to be for
Focus.
the
Yes,
first 100
don't.
guests.
You
So
think it's a good deal because it's Ford. Yeah, no. Ford Focus, terrible car. Never buy it. If it's the only option you have, wait. Literally wait until you have more money for a different option. Believe you don't want to Focus? No, you don't. For anybody watching this video thinking of buying a Ford Focus because it seems like a reliable car, it isn't. It's not. It is not a reliable car. It is not. They're horrible. They break down and have weird issues. And you'd think that most places would have replacements for things that break. They don't. They do not. Serpentine belt transitioner melted and sliced through the belt. Yeah, and that wasn't the only problem that car experienced.
You got in line
Yeah,
early
Ford
enough,
Focus,
you qualified
literally
for a swag
worst
bag.
car
And
you
this
could
is them
buy
handing
ever.
It out. Look at how flat it is. There's nothing in it but some nerds and other nonsense that
Complaining about free stuff. Must have been a bunch of Democrats.
people don't need. Some lame shampoo, Uno cards. And so now people are really
I mean,
upset
it's
with
all
Free
like
is free is
free.
What is the complaint here?
Target because they've consistently lied to the public to try to get them to come in for Black Friday.
Okay, were they promising them a big screen TV in a bag? I mean, what's the
Like,
problem
there
here?
was nothing promised for these bags, right?
There's Black Friday deals that were the same price as the normal pricing.
And this is why people
Okay,
aren't doing
yeah,
Black
that's
Friday
fair.
anymore, man. Come on now.
They just had a new sign that covered
Always
it up
had
saying Black Friday
problems with
deals.
battery leads
Angel Reese's been
corroding.
putting in that work
Oh
with
yeah,
Lisa
one
Leslie.
time the battery in the Focus did just freaking explode. Yeah, that was fun. Trying to fix that. Just the whole battery. That was, you know, fun. You know, normal, completely average car problem. Yeah, how many times have you had your fucking battery explode? Also, I think the Ford Focus is just a cursed car because every animal Explodo Jones has ever run over on accident has been in a Focus. Yeah, that is not good. That thing just had mountains of problems. Worse than any other car I've known about in my whole life. That wasn't a secondhand car or something.
You need to hire her personally for 5 hours of training per day for the next 30, 40, 60 days.
30, 40, 50, 60 years.
100%. 100%.
Should burning the American flag be illegal?
Yes.
That's an act of terrorism.
What about the people that say it's freedom of speech?
Go wherever that flag is from, go back there. If you're passionate about that, go back.
You're not saying
Gotta work on that
anything.
vocal fry, but otherwise, base. Democrats are intimidated by Bill Maher.
For being here, I always say
Oh
that to
yeah,
my
and it
Republican
turned
friends. I said
out,
every week, the Republicans-
you didn't have to do any of what they said you had to. We just had to open the hood and replace the Freon. It was ridiculous. It was incredibly ridiculous. Yeah. It was a simple fix, really cheap.
Show up. The
Yeah.
Democrats do not. I say it
Yeah.
every week. I'm going to say it every week.
If the
Stop
only option
asking
you
me why the
have
Clintons
at
have never
any
been on the show.
point
They were
for a
invited.
car is
AOC,
only
all
a
these people, they never
Focus,
come. Ask them.
no, not worth it.
Get on their case.
Won't do Joe Rogan, won't even do Bill Maher. Unless it's an echo chamber, Democrats are nowhere to be found in media.
There's two types of haters. There's like the purple-haired jihadist on a college campus that wants to murder me and my family. They have weapons. We get threats almost every day. That part of the game, those people don't bother me. The other type of haters, though, are the ones, close proximity ones, that had some sort of relationship with me and either betrayed me or deceived me or said that I could not succeed. Those actually get my attention.
All right, Jasmine Crockett, she's a crock of Just listen to her accent. She goes black, but then she goes white.
But one of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart.
Baby, because these people, they are crazy. Because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side
Lord.
are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it.
Is when I saw the no votes, there were
I
only
think
two
it's the
Caucasians.
difference of
For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of
the
color.
program.
Because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk
Like,
continuously put
this
out
looks
there
like a news
was rhetoric that
program, so you kind
specifically
of have to
targeted
be a bit
people of
more.
color. And so it is unfortunate that
But, you
even
know,
our colleagues could not see
that is
how
very-
harmful his rhetoric was. Specifically
Which
to
one's
us.
the real
Tell me
one?
You've never watched a Charlie Kirk video without telling me. And where's the Atlanta girl? Took the black right out of her. Remember, everyone,
On the
Chicago's
driver-
mayor doesn't want to...
Apparently, whether or not you have fans on the driver's side of that vehicle is dependent on having pressure in the coolant system. If it loses pressure, the fan will actually close on that side.
actually put criminals in jail.
Oh yeah, didn't my side work, but yours was just completely busted?
Yep. Couldn't get any air, hot or cold, on the driver's side.
Yeah, the driver's side just doesn't work if the coolant system's broken, but the passenger side works just fine.
out of violence.
Although I'll give the Focus one thing that never ever happened as far as I know. It never had tire
Solving the
issues.
problems of crime and violence, the addiction on jails and
Yes,
incarceration
the
in this
kicks,
country. We have moved
Nissan
past
kicks
that.
will
It is
have
racist,
tire
it is
issues
immoral,
consistently,
it is
and you will not be
unholy,
able
and
to
it is not
find
the way to
replacement.
drive violence down.
It's like when they wanted body cams on every police officer, and then
But
they said
what
that
it
was racist
left
because
in
most of the
tire
crimes were
issues,
black
the
people.
Focus makes up for in just about
WNBA
every other
players
kind of
asking to be
issue.
paid the same percentage as NBA players after losing
It can.
$50 million.
We're not asking to get paid the same amount the men do. We're just asking to get paid the same percentage. You'd be in debt. Paid the same amount the men do. We're just asking. We're not asking to get paid the same amount the men do. We're just asking to get paid the same percentage. You'd be in debt. What are you talking about? You guys have never made the money. There's never been a single year where the WNBA has ever been profitable. In fact, in 2024 alone, you have lost your organization $50 million. Wait, what about Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese? We have our stars. I bet the men have something to do with this. The men are the ones that are paying for everything. The entire organization is subsidized by the NBA, the men playing it. You have no bigger supporters than the men. In fact, it's the women that aren't watching the show, so it's not bringing in the advertising dollars or the brand deals, so we can't make money off of y'all. And so now it's literally charity. You're getting paid by men's charity, and you're blaming us for it. Well, I don't need no man. You definitely do. Well, I bet if the women played the men, you guys would be very surprised, and then we would get all our eyeballs.
I mean, go right
I
ahead.
would pay to watch that. That's actually not a bad idea.
I think that if they actually did that, well, that would be the only time anything involving the WNBA would have made any money ever.
Won't have the kind of pressure on her that Lim Sion will have.
I wonder where her anchor point is. Boza.
Is that a bruise or like oil from her bowstring? Either way, not good. Oh my lord, that is
It
white.
would have to be, what, 8 feet tall?
Where's the... Oh no, it doesn't even have the mower bit. It's just a mower base and motor.
What Europeans think America's like. Hey, if you're from Europe and you agree, drop a comment.
This is what Europeans think America is like. I wake up at 8 a.m. and immediately start shopping on Amazon. After that, I change out of my pajamas into a socially acceptable outfit.
That was
I
a
can wear in
callus on her
public.
chin? Oh
Absolutely,
no.
God bless America.
Then it's time for my daily cardio. I'm able to roll a mile in 6 minutes. At 11 a.m., I decide which one of my 5 cars I'm going to drive.
2 of them actually run and drive, though.
Then I have an important meeting with my doctor. You are obese. I can't believe this. I finally fit in with 1/3 of Americans. Finding out I'm obese really has me stressed out, so I do the responsible thing. Go shopping. I see that the new iPhone 16 is out, so I check my bank account and find out I can't afford it. So I do the responsible thing. Buy it on credit. At 3 p.m., I solve gun violence.
What if we took guns and gave them to everyone?
That's what I'm saying.
Around 5 p.m., I receive my student loans, rent, car payments, health insurance, and medical bills. I check my bank account. Looks like I'm in debt $325,000.
That's it?
Then from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., I unwind from my stressful day by relaxing in bed. For some weird reason, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, so my doctor prescribed me with some opioids, and that's my day.
Wow, Santa's reindeer really flying. Hey, some of them aren't put in the work, y'all. Come on, Rudolph.
Come on, everybody, you gotta work.
I hate
Even
the
workload.
stereotype of
Come on.
revolvers are for women because they don't know how to rack a gun. I hate that. It's literally so easy to rack a gun. I don't understand this concept, and I will die on that hill. I don't think there's a male and female
It's-
firearm. Like that's so weird.
I mean, I agree, but it's not, I feel like to a certain degree, it's not, people don't know how to rack a gun. It's the amount of strength you need to rack a gun versus popping open a revolver.
Like we have the same. Like it's just hands.
I'm heading out to the range after this video for my Cameron Vance channel. We're going to test out some women's handguns. And I agree to a certain extent. You don't need a pink micro compact if you're a woman. Hey,
Yeah.
any female subscribers, drop in the comments what you're carrying. Fastest time to pop balloons with a split jump.
I would recommend to every woman who's interested in getting a firearm to test multiple firearms, as many as you can get your hands on. If you're looking for a concealed carry, go out and test literally every single handgun that they will let you test out. I'd maybe steer away from, what's that one really big handgun that's basically like a cannon on a stick? I think
On a stick?
not like exactly, but like it's really powerful. I think it's a Smith & Wesson.
There's a lot of really powerful ones you should probably stay away from. Stuff like Desert Eagles and Smith & Wesson 500s.
That's the one I was thinking of. But yeah, Desert Eagles and Smith & Wesson 500s, maybe steer away from those, but you can try them out if you want. Not recommended. Not recommended. But if you're feeling brave, you can. I'm not going to stop anybody. I'm not anybody's mom. I'm not anybody's dad. I don't have the physical capabilities of being anybody's dad. But, it's your life. Just know that Desert Eagles, Smith & Wesson 500s, a few other, handguns out there are really powerful and will absolutely suck to use. They will suck so bad to use. Smith & Wesson has an M&P EZ shield that has a less difficult slide pull. Yes, the M&P EZ has a very, very light slide pull.
The EZ doesn't exist anymore, really. It's the equalizer now, I think.
It's called the Equalizer now, but it used to be called the EZ. They probably stopped calling it EZ because it kind of gave off the wrong impression, I think.
Two different guns for two different things, but still.
Same basic concept, right?
Yeah.
Anyways. There are guns for people with weaker hands and forearm strength. There are guns who have more strength in their hands and forearms. Just test out, maybe talk to people who you think are on a similar level of strength to you, see what they use.
Okay, this is one of those BS records. No one else can do this. There's 5 people in the world that can jump this high and split 2 balloons at the same time. And he's going to get maybe he's the only one. He's going to get a Guinness World Record for it. His feet are above his head, guys. Come on now.
This guy's crazy.
Wow, good job.
Also, those
buddy.
are some awful
Literally
glasses.
no one else
Just
can do
saying.
that.
Those glasses aren't great.
Congratulations, I guess. Banning guns will end gun violence.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Banning abortion will lead to illegal abortions.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep, we tried banning drugs too. Ask your local neighborhood crackhead how that worked out for us. Frontrunner train hitting the slopes in Utah.
Yeah.
Okay, a little Utah satire. Mm-hmm.
That's AI. Haha.
Hey, we're getting the Winter Olympics, right? 2032? Nordstrom at North Park in Dallas has it figured out. Okay, so the husbands can come and watch the game. Oh, yeah. And they got multiple...
Oh, yes. I like to call those, other half parking areas. And I think any store specifically angled at a particular demographic should have an area where you can park your significant other. Like, not just waiting areas, like, just areas where...
Two? Fine, honey, I guess I'll go holiday shopping with you. But only to Nordstrom's at North Park. I don't know, I just like the atmosphere. It's got a good vibe. Oh no, do we have a thirsty Santa?
Please no.
Okay,
Okay,
wholesome.
just a normal Santa. Yay, normal Santa.
Love it.
He really looks like
relationships had
Santa Claus,
referees.
dang.
Did you just look at her butt?
No.
I saw you.
No, you didn't.
Your eyes
No.
tipped. A few months ago, we moved in together, and since then, things have been
Bad.
Which is why we decided to hire a relationship referee. I don't trust you.
Ref, help me out here. He's good.
Let's get a review on the field.
No.
Oh, we've got a challenge flag on the field.
Yeah, Malcolm, it looks like the girlfriend is challenging whether the boyfriend took a sneak peek at those cheeks.
Let's take a look at the instant replay.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
I don't know. I'm going to have to disagree with my colleague on this one. It does appear that he checks out both the left and right cheek. We'll take a look at the booth review.
After reviewing the play, the call on the field has been reversed. Illegal backside gander on the boyfriend. 15 night on the couch penalty. Replay second down.
A liberal asks for advice.
Hey, hypothetically, how would you stop losing your mind at everything all the time, always?
Okay, actual advice. First off, get rid of the septum piercing. I don't know what it is about it, but it doesn't help anything you're doing. Second off, stop watching CNN, things like that. Maybe start watching other news channels. Stop going into forums where people are always repeating the same talking points and not putting anything of value in, otherwise known as echo chambers, where everyone just says the same idea over and over again. You got any other good advice?
No, not really.
Oh! Straw man arguments don't help anybody. Maybe grow up and get a job. The funny thing is she probably does have a job, just not like a job. She might be like a barista or something at Starbucks. Maybe try and go and look and see a few other jobs, like maybe try to work at a pharmacy for a little while or something. Or go work at a charity shop. See a psychiatrist. Yes, see a psychiatrist is #1 on the list. Become a functioning member of society. Yes. But yes, don't build up this image of like the straw man. Straw man arguments literally just get nobody anywhere.
Vote red.
Got this one. Seek Jesus. Go to church.
Yeah.
Stop listening to liberal media. Maybe get a kitten too, because they're.
I'm gonna say puppy. Get a puppy. When you own a gun and a van.
Get some kind of cute, fuzzy animal that needs you to survive. Mammals are preferable, but maybe something like a cat or a dog.
Also, don't try to feed a cat or a dog a vegan diet.
Yes, if you do.
Be a fucking vegan, get a rabbit.
Yes, if you want to be a vegan, get a rabbit or like a tortoise or something. Don't get a meat-eating animal if you're gonna try to force feed it only veggies.
He pulls over to kidnap you. Antarctica.
You know what's funny? I was always warned about white vans pulling over to try and kidnap me. It's never happened once.
H2O. That's high quality H2O.
I would boil it still. I don't trust it. Don't.
Yeah, it makes me thirsty.
Don't drink it. Stop!
Tell you stuck your hand in there with the water. Just dip in the cup, homie.
Yeah.
Would you visit this
like,
underwater restaurant? Under's the world's largest underwater restaurant.
Yeah, that's a sentence.
Wow. I don't know, man.
Looks
the murky water's really doing it for me. I was thinking like crystal clear blue tropical water.
Yeah, maybe
like
Florida this would be cool.
It is a lake.
Well, murky lake water.
Maybe if I'm scouting it as a fishing hole. Yeah, I saw a trout swim by. This might be a good place to set up a pole later tonight. They'll remember this moment forever.
1, 2, 3.
The way their eyes light up. Oh, so cute. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the baby.
Ultimate dad moment right there. You know, at this point, it's not really even a four-wheeler anymore. It's like a mini monster truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey, I'm just going to go buy myself a little ATV. A little four-wheeler. Don't worry, it's only $100,000.
Christ.
Why are we attracted to butts?
That is a great question.
How weird is that? Like, trying to describe why you like butts, you sound crazy.
I just know I like them and I cannot lie. And the other...
That is such a great question. What about butts is attractive?
Stayed outside Target freezing for 5 hours for nerds, candy, and drink packs.
Hundreds of customers braved sub-zero temperatures to queue for 5 hours outside Target.
That was your decision, and nobody made you
you're
do
a fully functional member of society, I would hope, or at least you have the capability of making your own decisions.
100 limited edition swag bags. Shoppers lined up in the freezing wind before dawn, with temperatures plunging to
Again, as far as I'm aware, unless they were very small children dragged there by their parents, they had a choice. Also, if you are a parent and are thinking of dragging your small, vulnerable child out into freezing conditions to do some shit like this, get fucking help. Actually, go get fucking help. Someone should call CPS on you. Go get mental help if you think that your child's life is worth any amount of whatever you think you're gonna get at Black Friday sale if it's below freezing. No. Kids don't go anywhere below freezing.
Standing outside of the store.
Target staff arrived early to manage the crowd, handing out
especially
hot chocolate
very
and promising
small
cuers that the contents would be worth every penny.
They were worth every penny. They were free!
Yes!
Very powerful moment in Oregon when two female high school track stars refused to share the podium with a biological male athlete at the state's track and field championship back in May.
We need to see more of this, man.
That's fair.
They're always in first place. Somehow the dudes are always in first.
They were both honored at last night's Patriot Awards, receiving the Most Valuable Patriot Award.
There you go. Trump, jumping out of a high window, it's bad for you. Lefties.
Hey, don't call them lefties. Us left-handed people have nothing to do with this.
Viral. People are saying that I'm AI.
Get her a bigger tank. Did we learn nothing from Waterworld? You can't put the whales in a small tank.
Yeah.
Start forming gangs and killing people.
Hey guys, we've started printing, autographing, and shipping our first t-shirt orders. We are making these in my in-laws' basement. I wouldn't call it a sweatshop, but we're getting pretty sweaty in there. These t-shirts are 100% cotton. They fit true to size. Made USA strong with the unpaid labor of American citizens. As God intended. A portion of the proceeds from the Freedom hoodies and shirts and the I Am Charlie and We Are Charlie shirts will go to Turning Point USA.
I'm sure he'd pay them if he could.
And by popular demand, we now ship internationally. It's pretty pricey, but if you're in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, you can get one of these shirts delivered to you.
But I'm sure he only makes a percentage of certain amounts.
Using that term is just so damaging. It's hurtful.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
I'm not a blind Trump supporter. I don't really trust any politicians, and I voice my discrepancies with Trump all the time. However, calling Tim Walz a retard on Thanksgiving Day is exactly what I voted for.
My prediction in 2026 is we're going to normalize saying gay and retarded again. Look at the left. They're using it more than us. You should see some of the comments I get that YouTube does not filter out.
Hey guys, remember when we
Yeah,
were a
it's
Christian
funny.
nation and our elites would thank God for their accomplishments and successes? Well, let's check in and see who our elites are thanking and praising for their success and accomplishments these days.
Thank you to my therapists and gay people. I love you.
Hey, if you're a gay couple with adopted children, thank a straight person for them making that possible.
First of all, stop calling me a female, because that's mad disrespectful. I don't want to be called anything with a man in it, or a male, or nothing like that. Okay? Don't call me a female no more. Call me a woman.
All right, well, man.
Is it me, or do the women who date conservative guys always have, like, kind of a specific look? Like, I low-key feel like they always look a bit like drag queens. I think it's like the hair, the makeup, the clothes. It's just very much like a performance of femininity.
I didn't just date a conservative man. I married one. And yeah, it's just you, babe.
Is this the pot calling the kettle black, or is it Quasimodo expressing their opinion?
What
Oh
are
my
some of the
goodness.
things you like about Trump? I like his policy, like how he handles illegal immigration. That's probably like my number one thing that I like about Trump. People could say he has a bad character, but I don't really think he has a bad character. I think he's pretty good, and he's a good businessman, so he's pretty good. So.
Whenever I do a subscriber meetup, it's so cool to see the youth come out in force. Y'all are raising
Yeah.
them right. Drop a comment down below if you're not voting age yet, but still support Trump. Should we be upset about this?
Trump is talking about ending all migration from third world countries and denaturalizing any U.S. citizen that does not align with so-called American value.
Okay, is he just talking about it, or is he actually going to do it? Because I want him to actually do it. Anyone chanting death to America, you gotta go.
Do you identify as American? Snag a t-shirt, conservativevibes.com.
The first openly transgender lawmaker in the United States has now pled guilty to multiple counts of child pornography. Shocking leftists and literally no one else.
Yeah.
Stacey Marie
Oh my god. And that person looks like someone who'd do that. Look at that. Look at that. Why does their hair look like ramen noodles? Why does it look like Jared from Subway wearing a bad wig? Tell me this person doesn't look like Jared from Subway with a bad wig and worse teeth.
Barry Lawton was elected twice to the New Hampshire House as a Democrat. He pled guilty last week to multiple counts of possessing child abuse materials. Text messages showed that he and his partner, 40-year-old Lindsay Groves, fantasized about abusing kids.
I wanted to do Joe Rogan's show.
Bullshit.
And there was a lot of games being played.
By your team, Kamala.
Yeah,
You said
Joe
you wanted him to come
Rogan
to you.
came out
You
and
wanted
said that he
moderators.
tried.
You wanted your people in the room to be able to fact check everything on their phones. He has openly talked about this. Joe Rogan has
Definitely
said
Jared from
there were too many
Subway.
stipulations
Thank
and
you.
requirements from your camp.
I
Could've
thought
flown out
I
at
was
any
going
time,
nuts.
sat
I
down
was
just
seeing
like
a
Trump, just like
similarity
JD
where there
Vance,
wasn't
but
one.
You didn't do it, honey.
I think podcasting.
Like that guy
is
definitely
a
looked like a
very
different version of Jared from
powerful
Subway.
medium.
I'd rather pay
Which is
Megan Thee
hilarious 'cause they
Stallion
both
to twerk
did.
on stage than to go and have a conversation.
Oh yes,
with someone.
Subway.
For
Not Subway,
people to get information.
Subway.
A lot of people, that is a main source of information. And it's important for us to support that.
A little joke.
You want him to come to you,
right?
Which is very un-Joe-like, in terms of he doesn't really travel. Do you wish
Yeah.
you'd gone and done the show for 3 hours at his studio?
A lot of people advised me not to do a show because they assumed, as it turned out to be correct, that he was supporting Trump and that it would not be a productive piece for me. But just like when I went on Fox News with Brett Baer, my perspective
I'm allergic to bullshit.
was they may have their bias, but there are people that listen who are open-minded.
That's why she's always on Stephen Colbert, The View, CNN.
And I'm going to go there and give them a chance to get to know me and give me a chance to make my case to them. There was a lot of games being played around the scheduling, and it didn't
Yes,
happen.
by
I don't
you.
have anything against...
If you go and look up, Joe Rogan actually did a piece on how he tried to get Kamala on the show.
She refused because she didn't think she had to speak to anyone who was right-wing or not a left-winger.
It wasn't even just that. For many months, her team was stringing Joe along, trying to give him all these ultimatums that he's literally never done. Like, everyone comes to his place to talk to him because it's the Joe Rogan show, not the Kamala Variety Hour or whatever. And there's literally so many hoops he'd have to jump through to try to get her on the show that he was not willing to budge on, because he's never done these sorts of things for any of his, people he's had on the show. And he even had, I think he had Trump on the show once, didn't he?
I'm pretty sure.
I think he had Trump on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But, I think Joe Rogan had Trump on the show, and he didn't have any of the same conditions Kamala had. None of the security detail, none of the, whatever else. And I think that shows such a huge rift between these two people, like even bigger than you could see normally.
People who turn on to Joe Rogan and would love to be able to talk with him in a direct manner, as I wanted to during the campaign.
Your campaign's over. You're promoting a book. What is stopping you, Kamala, from just going and having a conversation with Joe? I really want to know.
Do you, in hindsight, wish you'd just put your foot down and said, I'm going to go do it?
I don't know if it would have made a difference.
You know what else this shows? That she is so swayed by her team and her handlers that she can't just say, screw it, I'm just going to go and have this conversation. Do we really want that in a president? Do you think Trump listens to his handlers? He's calling reporters piggy, and Tim Walz a retard. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
The issue was really about what's the trade-off in terms of...
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Do I spend my time traveling for 5 hours?
I remember it happening, but this is either a really weird dream I had, or it actually did happen. I can't remember which it was.
It wasn't about I don't want to do Joe Rogan. Believe me, at that point in a campaign, it's not about, is somebody coming to me or am I going to them?
Joe Rogan. If you wanted to do Joe Rogan, you would have gone on Joe Rogan. You're a fully grown woman going for, running for president. You have more freedom and choice to do just about anything you want than most people do. You have absolute free will. She's just an entitled slag that wants... I didn't read all that, but yeah, probably. Joe Rogan. I know he did Charlie Kirk. That was cool. Yeah, he did interview Trump. I just looked it up. Joe Rogan did do an interview with Donald Trump. He even did an interview with Bernie Sanders once, it looks like.
Bring out the Super Bowl.
That's nuts.
Completely gay, he bringing in the entire LGBTQ community there, and that's not really the main problem because the NFL has been pretty gay for a while. Even if you look at the Super Bowl colors, it looks like a rainbow. So
yes, Bernie. I thought you said Bunny.
The main problem is that there's no reason a American Super Bowl should
far
have
less
a Spanish-speaking artist that's telling American citizens that they need to learn how to speak Spanish to enjoy the Super Bowl. That's the same as if I go down to the Middle East and force them to listen to English opposed to their cultural music. It's completely off the market, and it's running the American people away, and it's showing that this
Yeah,
country, at least
having someone whose songs are entirely in Spanish go on to do the Super Bowl, where the heavy majority of people watching are going to be speaking English. Like, I'd say there's this much, maybe, like this tiny little bit of the pie that does speak Spanish, who watches the Super Bowl, maybe. The rest of the pie, all English speakers, because the announcers speak English, the players, everything's written in English. You'd have a really tough time following if you didn't speak or read English.
Cause problems and make a statement that he's pro-Mexico.
I know, but it's such a bad idea. This reminds me of the Budweiser thing so much. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you